Hello and welcome. And as the video is entitled, people know shit about Bitcoin, at least the vast majority. If you ask people if they know Bitcoin exists, well, yeah, okay, they'll know that. I thought it was getting to the stage where I don't know if everyone's heard about it. I don't talk much amongst the masses compared to what other people have, but from what I'm seeing, a lot of people would have no idea how to send or receive Bitcoin. And even myself, when I tried it for the first time, it took me a long, long time. Although I'm pretty good at figuring things out on the internet, but it took me a long time to turn that Bitcoin into cash, which I did within the day, but within the day, meaning the morning I got it and around dinner time, I got the cash. That took a while. I mean, and once I figured out, once I figured out what a Coinbase public key was, once I sent that key in, I got my coin on Coinbase just minutes later and stuff like that. Different things like blockchains. I mean, people know shit about stuff like that. And I do find it interesting in this world where there are so many people on the internet. And these are the more people that I would see more of that are involved within social media and the internet one form or another. And I know people use things like, and I don't use it, I'm trying to remember the name of it now, Patreon, for ways of gaining revenue. Obviously, you got within YouTube, and I do this myself, of course, within advertisements and things like that. And then I see people going to different live streams and try to get the super chats and things like that. But, well, Bitcoin's one phenomenal way. And then there's just the business realm itself, anything that you might be selling on the internet, which requires payment. What I'm going to on this one now is you're going to be forced into it, at least the masses, I think, will. And yet we're seeing this breakout move get to a previous resistance hit. Well, the big moves, the big talk about Bitcoin, it doesn't usually happen until it's at well over extended periods of time. Case in point. And I'm going to do a different chart to get different data or older data. Say back in, say Halloween of, or even better yet, middle of December of 2016, as the price was very close to previous high, breaking out more of its previous resistance terms, which is why I want to go the break of in here, even January, the start of the year of 2017. Were they talking big about Bitcoin when it was like 800, 850, 9? They sure as heck were when it was moving up to 16,000 here before. You were hearing more and more of it amongst the media. And I really have to think that the same thing would have to be true here again. That you have to break, 52, 56, 60,000. But there are people in Bitcoin, and the price is not going down when people know shit about it. Those that do know things about it, well, why do they know? Why are they into it at Bitcoin? Why do they have it? Why do they trade it? And for the people that trade it, how many trade it because of the aspect? Well, how many people? Okay, I'm looking at two reasons of having Bitcoin. Reason number one is that of the obvious. You don't trust the dollar. You want to get into other physical assets. I'll even put an asterisk for those who are into diversified asset investors. Meaning you want, especially when you have cash, you want to have everything that you can have. I want gold. I want silver. I want all the stocks. I want cash. I want foreign currencies. Heck, I even want to get into paintings and even real estate. I'm not a big fan of real estate, but I know other people are real estate. So many different ways of investing, and they just get into whatever they can. And Bitcoin is a great other one, especially when if you've been doing it for like decades. A new one just came out in the last 10 years, and so when did you finally get into it, kind of deal. So those are the types of people that get into Bitcoin. And then you have, and this is what's really surprising within this, because I've seen so many forums on the gambling side, the people that like to bet, gamble, whether they think they're good, they know they're good, whether they're just gamblers, what have you. And now Bitcoin's another tool. Now, some of the people that have been like I've been before Bitcoin even existed, and way back in like before 2010 stock market. Oh, day trading. Okay, I got a poker background where I played poker before. I've been betting on sports my whole life and stuff like that. Okay, so you can be betting and trading it that way, and that's another reason why you would be, of course, into it. And then you can see, okay, look at how it's got good volatility. I've talked about so many different strategies, and and there's so many other different ways too. You find your ways of trading it in different that level. So you have those types of communities that know about it. And many of the people that know about it, well, they know a lot about fiat currency and stuff like that. On the example of I mentioned, just because that's why they're into it. And if that's the case, and they're like, okay, well, I know that I want to get more, and I know I got a job, or I got other income this way, or I'm trading and I want to increase my values one way or another, back and forth. I kind of wouldn't mind for people to continue to know shit about it for, well, quite some time, like months, years even, because that way this gives me time to accumulate more. Now, that's going to be going through. I don't know. I mean, not like anyone who's really trading could do anything to say, okay, I'm going to do this to make sure the price doesn't go up fast yet. No, markets are going to do what it's going to do, and well, to me, what it looks like it's going to do is it's going to break out sky high fly. But the interesting thing about it is it's been doing all that. People not knowing. Now, those that know shit about Bitcoin, all that type of stuff, how to send it, how the blockchain works, what a transaction ID means, how to store private keys, how to buy them, how to sell them, all those types of things, what I can buy with it. Well, they're going to be forced to learn those things. And if you're in business, you're just going to be forced to accept it, because I'm at the stage now where I'm like, you know what, I would really like to buy what you're selling, but I'm not, because you don't accept Bitcoin, and that's the only way I want to pay right now, especially during great bull market runs. If I see this thing go up to like 30, 40, 60, 80,000, and like, okay, and I'm in distribution mode for Bitcoin, if I see this person got this product, service, or whatever that I like, and okay, I'm going to now play on that service, and so many different levels you have to understand Bitcoin if you're in business. I mean, one thing that's a good idea is storing your business investments into different classes, and well, Bitcoin's being another one. But not only that, but if you're in the job of making money, and you're selling a product or service, that means maybe you're going to lose out on business because you don't accept cryptos, and you might want to figure out how you're going to do it, especially when it's not that hard. And transaction fees, the sender is the one that pays the fees, not the receiver. Like, you got a credit card, you have to pay to, like, okay, someone's paying you $820 bill, and then like maybe $4 or $6 of it, I don't even $8, I don't know, goes to Visa or MasterCard, whoever. That's why it's going to make things go very, very interesting when I look at how we see things moving towards the future, because those who know shit about Bitcoin know shit about fiat currencies. And that's what I find very confusing and disturbing, in the sense that I could go on and on about strategies and so many different things about how to win in fantasy sports, how to win in market trading, how you can dominate this one particular video game like Doom or Zelda. But for most people, you don't have interest in that, and nor should you. However, money and currency is something that you probably should have interest in, because it's something that has been involved within your life the whole time. I know that without saying it, because that's just something that everyone has to deal with. Therefore, knowing how your currency is created is very, very, very important. I've always wanted to know that pretty much my whole life. And I mean, it's not like I could figure it out so easy. It's not like I even really thought too much about it, but you always kind of wondered. And then now all of a sudden, with this new age of the 21st century and the internet, well, it's a lot different. I can remember walking a couple blocks to the library. Maybe if I knew what to search for in the library, maybe I might have been able to find it. But it was, I'm just even looking about searching for, just researching data back in 1988 compared to, 2008, and now it's this year in 2020 or 2021. Or whatever year you're watching this in. It's a lot different, a lot easier now in today's realm. But I do believe there's going to be one very significant one. What happens after that, I don't know, but one more significant leg higher. Whether it's 6 figures, 7 figures. I mean, 7 figures. I mean, looking at this, that's a OMG, holy shit, great move. Possible? I think so. Probable? I don't know the answer to that. I do think one leg higher is going to occur. And conservatively, I mean, this is the conservative area. 60, 70, 80. And I think in around this point, that's when the whole, like, those that know shit about Bitcoin, well, those numbers are going to keep going. And they go higher every day as it is. Because even way back in these earlier days in here, a lot of the field of myself and so many people into anti-fiat currency, obviously pro-gold and silver. Well, me and so many others anti-Bitcoin as I was at this point. But as time went on, I went through different sort of changes. And this was the area here that was really my holy shit moment for me. Back in the really the middle and later part of 2016. As it was just holding on low volatility as it was within its retracement mode, I'm like, this is something else. And something else to me from what I was seeing was, of course, this little bit in here at the time. How it was just holding in this 400 area nice and doing all of this and having this move in November of 2015. But to be able to do all of this, and you can ignore these Pierce moves because I didn't even remember seeing it, but just the fact that you could see on the daily term time frame a high of this just random low volatile day, 457, a low of 453. That was like 1%. These were doing a lot of stock market days and thinking, okay, it's having this nice settling down moment. But in order for you to really not know shit about Bitcoin, because if you never heard about it, you know shit about it, then you have to have a reason to. And maybe there's times you'll see on the TV screens and such, they'll flip things and you're just going to know about it. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. There definitely is on things. But you're going to have things across your life, people talking to you. Again, maybe in the business sense where you're just going to be forced to go into it. And in a situation where you have inflation in prices and Bitcoin prices going up much, much higher than the rate of inflation, and that's another reason why people would be forced into the situation. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.